UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Funt, betting results. Now, I will be fully transparent and say that I did lose $300 last week for UFC 291. And I'm going to show you those parlays because UFC 291, boy, did I get screwed. From Tony Ferguson getting submitted with 6 seconds left. I don't know if you guys can see on your screens because these are probably pretty small if you're on like an iPhone or something like that. But we had Moran the Mavericks moneyline. This is a parlay, $500 parlay. Moran the Mavericks, she got the early submission. I believe it was round 2. Fairly dominant win there for Moran the Maverick. All right, I was like, all right, parlay's looking good. Gabriel Bonfim does the same thing. Gets a takedown on Trevin Giles, gets on top. Guillotine, round number 1, easy bet to be cashed. I was like, cool. We got one more leg, and we're about to hit plus 221 to make upwards of $1,100, $1,200. I was happy. I was happy. Then I saw Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green walking out. That's the last leg. Ferguson versus Green goes to a decision. I win that one. I'm profiting over $1,000. Guess what? Guess what? My guy, Tony Ferguson, eats some big shots round 1, but we know he's tough, and we know Bobby doesn't have the power to go out there and knock out Tony. I knew he wouldn't knock out Tony. He's not going to knock him out. Only man able to do so, like actually knockout, was Michael Chandler, and he ain't landing no front kick. So past round number 1, past round number 2, goes in the round number 3, and we're looking good. I mean, Tony's not really doing too good, but he's pressuring forward. He's landing some good shots. He's getting hit with some good shots as well, but nothing is looking like, oh, Tony's going to get knocked out until Bobby Green ends up on top with like 30 seconds, 40 seconds left, and my guy, Bobby Green, ruins an $1,000 profit, and he cinches in an arm triangle with like 15 seconds left. Squeezes on, and I know, Tony didn't tap. No hate on Tony. Tony didn't tap. But goddamn, Bobby Green is not even that good of a grappler, and he submitted him out cold in round 3 with 6 seconds left. And the bet was to go to a decision, and it didn't. But by 6 seconds, guys. By 6 seconds. And I'm seeing a point being brought up right here. Yes, that is true. Tony did get hit with the eye poke in round 1. He said that affected him. He wouldn't be able to see as well. Maybe he would have saw that takedown coming, and my bet would have been fine if there was no eye poke. But I still got to admit it. We lost it. 6 freaking seconds, and we lose the bet. It's horrible. It's sad. It's bad, man. $500 down the drain. Now, you can see the one to the right of that one. Much smaller one. Just a quick $230 on Jake Matthews as well as Moran the Maverick. Minus 295. Easy win. Jake Matthews. It was about to be an easy win. Then we had the whole kick to the groin situation, which I don't think he got kicked to the groin. Then he ended up submitting him, I believe, as well. So that parlay cash, we profited $200 with that one. But still, you see, week 1, minus $300. Not a good card, literally because of 6 seconds. We would have been up about $1,400, $1,500 had that lasted, well, 6 more seconds. Now, week number 2. We started off a little rough because of those 6 seconds. 6 seconds is a long time, I will say that, for all the ladies out. I'm just kidding. But our parlays for Sandhagen, Rob Font, 100% cash. 100% cash. We had the flukiest of the flukiness. Bobby Green submitting Tony Ferguson, something I never think I'd ever say in my life. But then we get to Corey Sandhagen and Rob Font. This was much better. Now, one of our parlays right here, I'm hoping you can see the whole thing, but we got $500 on a 5-pick parlay at plus 216 to make $1,082. That's a risky bet, betting $500 on a bet that mathematically should hit about like 33% of the time, something around that range, but it hit. We had not Ode Osbourne by finish. So if Ode Osbourne went out there and did not get a knockout, did not get a submission, we win that bet. Well, I mean, Ode got freaking smashed, and he got submitted easily in round number 2, got dominated in round number 1. So that was an easy first leg of the parlay. In the first fight of the night, we were pretty happy about that one. The next leg after that one, now I was worried. I think it was the Ludovic Klein one. It might have been the Diego Lopez one first, but we'll talk about the Ludovic Klein. Now I was worried on this one. Like I was shaking in my boots watching this one because I'm telling you, I had not Ludovic Klein by finish in this $500 parlay, as well as my $1,000 parlay with not Ludovic Klein by finish, Corey Sandhagen to win and over 1.5 rounds, plus Tatiana Suarez. So I had a total of $1,500 on Klein not going out there and getting a finish. When I tell you I was freaking shaking in my boots, I was. Because he was hurting. He was hurting Ignacio on the feet. Landing some good shots. Hurting Ignacio, like I just said. He was getting the takedowns and ground and pounding him very viciously. He cut him open in round 1. That was a risky one. That one, it had me a little shaky there. Because I could have lost $1,500. But Ignacio, we know he's a Mexican. We know he's a tough guy. He survives. We lose. Or we don't lose the bet. Very nice. Then we get Diego Lopez. I think that's the order, right? I think it was the Ludovic Klein one then. Wow, never mind. Wait. Yeah, Ludovic Klein was first. Then it was the Diego Lopez one. This one was very simple. Like, if Movsar Evloev is not finishing you, Gavin Tucker's not going to finish you. I know he finished Sungwoo Choi, Justin James, a few knockouts on the regional scene and stuff. I was confident Diego was not going to go out there and get finished. So I did the same type of bet, not Gavin Tucker by finish. It was very easy. I mean, Diego went out there and got himself a finish. Gavin got on top, and he fell right into a triangle armbar. Easy cash. And at that point, I'm feeling good. We got 2 more legs in this five parlay piece right here. And all we got is Tatiana Suarez next. That's the next one up. And she makes it look easy, like outstriking Jessica on the feet, taking her down, submits her round number 2. Very, very easy win from Tatiana Suarez. Then we have the last one. Corey Sandhagen to win and the over 1.5. We had the over 1.5 in this $500 parlay, was just over 1.5. At minus 400, it easily went there. It went all the way to a decision. We could have just done goes to a decision and made a lot more money. But I don't like to risk it that much, especially if I'm betting that much on a parlay. Then we had on the other one, where we risked the big bucks, 1,000 to make 1,192. We ended up putting that on Klein not to get the finish. He didn't. Tatiana Suarez, she dominated. And then Corey Sandhagen to win, plus the fight to go over 1.5. Both of those 2 things happened. And ladies and gentlemen, we had a good week. $2,275 profit and some pennies. There were some pennies there. I don't really care to count them. I guess you could, and it would make it like 2,276. So maybe I did the math wrong. I might have to redo it. But we're still up $1,975 in the last 2 weeks. Again, like I said at the beginning, dude. The Tony Ferguson card was screwing with my emotions, especially in round number 3 with Ferguson losing by submission when my last leg of the parlay was go to a decision, losing me $500 on that one. I was pissed. But we come back with a great week. Our $500 parlay cashes, our $1,000 parlay cashes, they're both plus money. They are both plus money, plus 216 and plus 119. The odds are not in my favor to win those bets, but they all easily cashed. It's a great card. Hopefully there's another good week in our future, but you know how it is with betting. You have a good week like this, and then next week we got a good card coming up. UFC Fight Night Dos Anjos versus Luque. Maybe I go out there and I say, I don't know, AJ Dobson, Tafon Chukwi to end by KO, TKO, or decision. and Dobson goes out there and gets like his first submission win in the UFC. I don't know. There's always that possibility. So I'm coming off a good week. Hopefully we'll make it another good week for UFC Fight Night Dos Anjos versus Luque. Because oh my gosh, if we end up going into a negative, I don't want to go win one card, lose one card, win one card, lose one card. I like to be around 70% of my cards cashing. To this point, we're 50% because we're only 2 weeks in, but we're gonna run them up. We're gonna run them up. Almost 20 units profit in 2 weeks. It's about 10 units a card. Very, very nice. But it was a good card. It was a good card nonetheless. Sandhagen versus Font. Asu is a great prospect. Cody is definitely top 15 material. Billy, I'd say he's about top 15 material. I think anyone in the top 15, he could give problems to, for sure. I don't think he wins a lot of those fights, but he gives problems to a lot of the guys in the top 15. Carlston, you got to work on your takedown defense. Jeremiah, goddamn. We had money on Jeremiah as well. I will say that. We had 120 on him. Money line, and dude, what are you doing around 3? Yeah, he kind of ruined that one. Kyler, good win, but man, that wasn't too exciting of a fight. Goddamn. Ludovic Klein, very impressive win. Tanner Bozer, good win, but you got to stop clinching, man. You can get the finish, but you keep clinching. Diego Lopez, great win. You deserve a good step up. In competition, Dustin Jacoby, nice. Very, very nice. Kennedy's a tall guy, lengthy guy. If you connect on the chin of those type of... I'm one of those type of guys. If you connect on the chin of those type of guys, they tend to go down. So good win from Jacoby there. Cementing his place in the top 15. Suarez is a future champ. Maybe double champ for sure. How old is she? 32. She's not even that old. For a women's MMA, she's not even that old. Let's check flyweight. What is Valentina at right now? 35. 35. Imagine what Tatiana Suarez can do in 3 years as champ. We got some good things coming for Tatiana. Boring main event, but dominant, I guess, from Corey. So good card overall. I will say. But yeah,